We're just on a lift on the way down. Dungeons and Dragons will begin in a moment. There is a sound of a very rusty elevator. And all of you, the 5 of you, yeah, I mean, last time we said we could only fit 3 in, but I feel like we could definitely force 5 people into this very small, rusty elevator. All of you are packed in tight.
I'm a willowy young man.
Oh, then perfect. See, it's all making perfect sense. So you're packed right in the middle there, surrounded by everybody else around you. There's the kind of sound, and you're getting farther and farther away from the light above.
So how far down does this go?
Should I light my torch?
Like in time-wise?
Wait, going down in time?
Well, how long is this trip down? Is what I should be asking.
It's been a little while. I can't remember if this was there's the first elevator, and I can't remember if we keep going down on this elevator or if there was a second elevator. But we'll go down, there will be a floor, and then there will be another one. Mm-hmm. I think we went down twice. Maybe
I think it was
3
the
times.
second one where we...
Was it the second one?
Riveting.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot happening. It's hard to remember.
It's true. I wouldn't light well, you could now, but maybe not.
If I hold it like up in between... okay, I'll wait.
Yeah, I mean...
I have a torch in my backpack, just so you guys know. Also...
That's great.
Should we stuff our ears?
Well, they do a fair bit of shrieking.
It's true.
I do have a method that would counteract that. It just so happens that it would, for instance, Bizard, if any of your spells require you to speak, that's going to be an issue also.
Oh, that's... Well, all of them. So...
Yeah.
Yes, the quiet place spell, yeah?
The quiet place spell, yes, absolutely. Yes. It might be something that when we come across these creatures, we can figure it out then. However, my method for allowing you all to see is also a limited time thing.
Wait, you can do that, Penance?
I can do so many things, Bondon, you don't even know. This is when you get further along in the course, you'll really fully understand.
Okay.
Well, cool. If you can go ahead and take care of that whole not being able to see in the dark thing, then we wouldn't need the torch. We wouldn't, I mean, the sound of the elevator alone, I think, is an indicator of something encroaching upon their territory, but it's going to be fine. We have a very prestigious monster hunter with us.
You do. How quickly were you attacked last time? Then you just ran, you said? You just ran.
It took a little bit, and then we rode the elevator back up. So it wasn't really running. It was like a standing in place while the machine moved us.
Yes.
And then they followed you to the surface.
Well, not at the time they didn't.
That's right, they didn't.
That's where we're kind of thinking it wasn't our fault.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm packed in between all of you guys like this, I'm gonna awkwardly still like get into my bag, and I'm gonna like pull out my penknife, and I'm gonna like cut off a corner of my robe, and then I'm gonna shimmy up this little piece, and then I'm gonna like in front of my face trim it down and to make myself some teeny tiny earplugs. And then, because I'm strapped in between you guys, I'm gonna get them in, and then my hands are kind of like stuck up by my ears, and then I gotta kind of like shimmy my hands back down my body. And then after I manage to get them back down, I'm gonna act like nothing happened and try to look really, really cool. And just pretend that you guys didn't notice me doing that.
I'm gonna imagine that Bonnet is in the exact center of everyone, so everyone was just like perceiving that whole thing happen.
Yep.
And now I'm gonna act casual.
Dungeons and Dragons is a D&D actual play podcast, and I'm your Dungeon Master, Russ Moore, he, him. Also with me today, Tom Laird as Kavlaran Goldweave, he, him.
I know what I'm doing with it.
Kyle Classett as Bizard the Wizard, he, him.
That's not a spell I've seen. What is that? What? What did you do?
With special guests from I Seduce the Dragon, Cristina Van Epps as Penance Olive Tree, she, her.
If I can hear you, everyone can hear you.
And Ryan Keely, she, her as Bondon Cove, he, him.
Are there still damage there? Can I see it?
Dumbgeons and Dragons is a Patreon-supported podcast, and you can join us today at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. There's a 7-day free trial and a whole bunch of episodes for you to listen to. We hope to see you over there. And now, fuck it, let's play! Bizard and Kavlaran and Bench, you recognize kind of where you are now that you passed the first pathway, which is where you found the mining equipment down one direction, and then the other direction was a cave-in. You now recall that going down to the next level was where you extended down and found a ladder that went down further into the cave, where you came across what at the time you thought was a dog-like creature, which now that you've been attacked by these creatures in the city, realize it was a youngling of this species.
Let me pet that dog.
Can Bondon and Cristina see anything like down these floors as we're passing them in the elevator?
Not Bondon and Penance, Bondon and me. Me specifically.
That's right.
Yes.
Did Penance cast the dark vision on those who can't see yet?
Not yet. I think because I can only do it for about an hour, so I'm holding it until we're a little bit closer. But I do have dark vision up to 300 feet. Okay. So if
But
there is
also-
anything to be seen as we're going down.
Is there anything distinguishing that would be seen on these levels, or do they just look like average mineshaft levels?
They look like pretty standard mineshaft levels. Bondon likely wouldn't be able to see a whole lot. Kevlarin would only know this based on memory.
You can just see sweaty chests.
Exactly. Penance, however, you can see down both directions. You can see that there's a cave-in down one as you pass this. You can see, because you've got 300 feet, you can see the outline dimly for your vision, but you can see the outline of what looks like wooden mining equipment, like a drilling device of some sort.
Okay.
So I'll leave it to you all to, if you want to stop there, or if you want to keep going, or if the others want to signal that you want to keep going.
Let's keep going down. Take us down to the source.
Yes, the second floor we stopped at, there was a ladder from what I recall, and that's where we encountered the first one. Much smaller than the ones in town. Hopefully easier to kill.
We're gonna find out. On top of the ladder or at the bottom of the ladder?
Could they climb ladders? I can't remember.
You said
They
they
must
could
have
dig.
because they got up here.
I think they did.
I think they did.
All right. So we will do something when we get to the bottom of the second elevator level.
Right. You know, well, they wouldn't have been able to... No. Okay, yeah, let's go.
The elevator continues on, and after some time, you make it down to the second level, which the elevator shaft continues to go, but Penance, it's a metal grate that you can see through, and Kavlaran would be able to see down as well. It looks like there's been a cave-in further down in this elevator shaft. So this is basically the bottom of where the elevator can go. Leading out of the elevator and down this far corridor, as described, there is a rickety wooden ladder that appears to be anchored into the walls. There are a couple broken rungs, and Penance says you're actually give me an investigation as you're walking down.
Oh boy.
And trying to find signs of anything.
That's a 17.
Perfect.
I have a -1 to investigation, so I was expecting that to
Damn.
go badly, but it
Nice.
didn't. We're good.
So you see quite clearly with your dark vision, you see big gouge marks of what looks like claws. Now, looking at the thinking of the drawing that Bizard gave you, these line up very similarly with what you saw in that drawing and what you've heard of the Howler. They have 4 predominant claws that would be able to make these marks. And as you look down into this ladder shaft, it looks like this creature is able to scale the wall. Like it's not using the ladder itself, it's scaling the stone beside it.
Oh, hell no.
Okay. Terrifying.
Glad I haven't lit my torch yet.
Well, you're gonna be horrified in just a second. I pull out, I reach into my tunic, and I pull out a many-pointed star amulet from around my neck, and I channel my holy power through it, and I will use my my eyes of night. I will expand outward my ability to see to up to 4 living creatures within 10 feet of me. So that's gonna be Cav and Bizard and Bondon and Bench. All of you for the next hour can see up to 300 feet in clear color.
Whoa.
In the dark.
Damn.
So it's basically now like the lights just got flipped on.
Ah!
Oh shit.
Cool. Wow, that's very
Whoa,
cool.
you should have warned us, Penance. It's awfully sudden.
I told you I could do something about this.
Yeah, look at these claw marks on the wall. I don't.
That's that's not a spell I've seen. What is that? What did you do?
Oh, that's just, a little blessing from my goddess.
So that's the power of divine magic. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay.
It's honestly kind of surprising that you guys can manage to not have this and still function. But for the next hour, you can see like I see, and hopefully that will aid us in this little journey.
I would say so.
So, with that in mind, Bondon,
Yes.
I need to be able to watch your back. So,
Yes. Do you
you're
want
gonna
to
head
put a
down
leash on
first.
me? Okay.
Yes.
Do you want? We
want-
can attach a leash.
you want me
to
to tie
my
rope
backpack,
to you?
like when I go to the grocery
Sure.
store with my mom.
Yeah. Let me tie that onto you. We can pull you back if you get into true trouble. I'm gonna be your guard here. You're gonna be
Okay.
going down first because you're
Okay.
the quietest and the smallest.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Okay. I have rope in my backpack, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tie it on. Okay. And this is your end. Okay.
We harness the boy up with some rope, and then I'm just gonna hold one end to it and be like, "You got this, kid."
Okay.
Can I go down the ladder now?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I start climbing down the ladder.
Okay. Bondon's going first, followed by Penance, I assume, because you've got the leash on Bondon.
Mm-hmm. I'll go second. Sure.
Great. Who's following behind? And
If he's not immediately eaten, I will follow.
Roger that. How long is the leash that is tied to Bondon?
I'll go third. Bizarre will go through.
Okay.
So it is the standard rope in my backpack, which is 50 feet. So I can climb down 50 feet and look around for y'all. Should I roll perception or acrobatics for climbing down a ladder?
You can climb down the ladder, no problem. I would roll stealth, though, to see how quiet you're being.
Okay. 10. That's with a plus 2.
This is gonna go great.
Yeah.
This is gonna go so great.
So great. So you're gonna go, Penance, are you gonna allow Bondon to go the full 50 feet?
Yep.
Great. Okay. Cool.
Yep. Unless I see something about to happen, I'll pull him back at that point. But this is my little canary in our coal mine here. Send the boy down.
Amazing. Okay, so Bondon, you're gonna go down.
I'm pink and shiny like a worm.
Bondon, you're gonna go down. Penance, you're gonna see them. They, maybe continuously look back up at you and back down. And once you kind of reach the edge of that rope, there's still ladder below them. So you would all have to, or at least you would have to proceed down the ladder for Bondon to be able to reach the next floor.
Can I see the bottom of the ladder?
Yes, there's probably about another 25 to 30 feet below you before you'd be able to see out.
Okay, but I can see the bottom.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's nothing moving down there?
Doesn't appear to be, no.
Okay. I continue on with Penance behind me.
Yeah, I'll go the whatever distance. I'll start descending a little bit down to make sure that the rope can keep going. He can keep going.
Sounds good. Okay, so yeah, Bondon, you make it down, Penance behind. Is everybody else hopping onto the ladder, or are you going to wait for a call?
Oh no, I'll hop onto the ladder. Yeah.
Oh, I'll hop on.
They're blocking your exit, Penance. I'm just saying. I feel like that's against the rules. I don't remember which module, but don't you want them to, like, make sure for safety reasons?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
They're not monster hunters. One of them works as a bureaucrat.
You should say it like it's a dirty thing.
Well, apparently I'm not very stealthy, so you should be able to hear me up the ladder.
I was going to say, this conversation's happening over 50 feet. So, like, I think if I can hear you, everyone can
full
hear you.
volume.
It's a stage whisper more than anything.
With a stealth appeal.
right. Yeah.
So I hit the bottom of the, so I get to the bottom of the ladder and I jump off and I look around.
Yeah, you look around. So you have one direction to look. You can look down a cavern, similar to the one that you just exited up above. At the end of that cavern, which you can't tell the exact distance, but it's give or take 75 to 100 feet down. It looks like it branches off and rounds a corner, but you see a very dim glowing light from down at the end of this corridor.
Can I roll, I don't know if that's insight? Like, I want to know what color the light is and, like...
Yeah, it looks bluish and purplish.
Okay, Penance. Okay, so I'm here at the bottom. And there's a long hallway, and then there's a choice that we're gonna have to make because there's two branches to this path, and there's a blue and purple light. What do I do? This wasn't in your book.
Wait for the rest of us. Well, for the rest of us, I'm assuming climb down too. As long as you don't see anything down there, so that's moving.
Nothing's moving.
When eventually we reach the bottom, I will, in a sort of Soto voice, hushed, say, now, what's important with monster hunting is that you have to be able to discern monster tracks so that you can follow them back. So now you remember there's the giant slash marks you saw. Do you see any of them down here?
I look around.
Which is, can we do like a little bit of a survival check or a nature or something to see if we can find
What do you want me to roll?
these things took?
Roll survival.
21, unnatural.
Dang.
Nice.
I only rolled a 13, but the boy's gonna do it, so it's fine.
Well, it's very, very recent in your mind, seeing those and being scared of them up top, having been shot into that light. But you see the exact same claw marks that are, you saw them all the way down. They scaled up the wall. They are all along the floor.
I look at the ceiling. Are they on the ceiling? Can they go upside downsies?
They are not on the ceiling in this corridor.
Okay.
They're not on the ceiling.
God.
So they go down
in this corridor.
They go down the path. Looks like they're coming in both directions.
I'm still going to be 50 feet ahead of the group, and so I'm going to walk 50 feet ahead of you guys, still on my leash, towards the light, and until we get to the decision point.
We'll be right back. It's the middle.
I miss starting with a song.
Well, it starts with a song every time.
No, you know what I mean.
With a Russ original.
With a live song performed for us.
Without any thought
by Russ.
Without
any thought put into it. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Welcome to the middle, everybody. We're here now, and this is just everybody's airing of grievances.
Shipping for stuff is expensive. Russ doesn't sing anymore.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh.
Why aren't Amy and I even in this episode?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Wait.
Why
Why
aren't
aren't
we
you in this episode?
Right?
We may have been busy doing something else.
That's right.
Maybe seducing a dragon?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Anything is possible.
We didn't.
Spoiler alert. So Amy and Carla aren't in this episode, but Cristina and Ryan are, and they are friggin' lovely, and you should go listen to I Seduce the Dragon, where,
absolutely.
By the way, Amy and Carla are over in that feed right now.
Yeah,
we are.
You get the full package. They just had a live listen to the first episode of theirs. Look at them doing more things than we do. Thanks for being here with us.
Cool stuff. They're great.
Proud of them.
Really proud of
I'd
them.
like to say I would have listened.
The next one's going to be in like 2 weeks minus a day.
Yes.
I'm going to be there for that one.
Yes.
put it in my calendar.
It's all happening
So-
during
Nice.
the day, and I'm teaching small children at that
Yeah.
point. And I don't think playing it for my class would be a good
But they did
idea.
ask maybe for a time shift, so maybe we can make it work. So we'll go back to Jess and figure it out.
that'd be
but
fun.
this has been a middle and a half.
is a middle and a
what
half.
you do get with us is sometimes live things.
Oh, we love
Sometimes
that.
live things, but also you get an episode dedication. Like today's patron, Wendy Bale.
Thanks,
Wendy.
Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wendy. So you can join us at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. You get The Adventures of, which is the exclusive podcast over there, which is 6 episodes deep. And now once you get to season
6 episodes.
Six episodes, hey?
Doesn't seem like a lot.
seasons,
Oh.
6 seasons.
Eagle-eyed listeners like Wendy
Okay.
caught that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, thank
Wendy
you
knew.
for catching that. 6 seasons deep, and in season 6, Kyle's there.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Oh,
You
But it's the
So
God
good.
chosen 3.
zero context for a lot of things if you start with season 6
Yeah.
over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we don't hold back on like in jokes in that one, so you
No.
got to start with one and then go all the way through with that one.
Yeah. Also, you might like Russ's character more than you should, so you need to start back at
That's
season
true.
1 to
Yeah,
really get the
that's
true.
full effect.
But yeah.
Really be filled with that disdain.
and you're not really going to get why Kyle's character is having the effect he is on Amy's character if you haven't listened
Yes.
to previous seasons. So please listen to them all. They're very fun and quite silly.
They are very silly.
We have a blast, and thank you, Tom, for just saying yes to absolutely everything
Yeah,
that we
he
do.
does.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Uh,
fun.
so we hope to see you over there. Patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. Sign up, 7-day free trial. We do hangouts. We got this and a whole lot more. Whole lot more.
Yeah. Tons.
All right. We'll let you get back to this episode where we're going down an elevator, baby,
Love you.
for
bye.
nearly the whole episode.
The whole episode's all
That
oops, all
pause with
elevators.
2 pregnant.
Yeah.
So you can
okay.
see that it's not Amy and Carla who have this effect on our group. It's just our group.
It's just our thing.
It happens.
Just take our time, okay? Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Love
bye.
you. Bye.
Do I see anything 50 feet ahead of the group as I continue down this corridor?
So left, no light. Right is the blue-purple light. And as you get down to the end there, so everybody else is 50 feet back still, I presume?
That's why I'm
Absolutely,
yelling
we're at
left,
the
right, left or right, left or right. Which way do we want to go, guys?
What do you see? What do you see?
What do I see, Dungeon Master?
You look down to the left, which is the corridor that has no light, and it looks to be like you see stone rubble. If you take a few steps down, it branches further down, and it looks like a cave-in.
I run back, and then I go down the other one.
Looking back down the pathway that has the dim light, it appears to be getting brighter. You see more of these scratch marks coming down from this direction. You can't see the end of this corridor from your current position without progressing further.
I think the monsters came from this side.
All right. Well, if any of you have,
Shall I sally forth?
let's reel you back in and huddle. Let's do a quick huddle. So we all huddle up, and I say, "All right, anybody who has any capability,
I take my earplugs out.
we're about." Oh yeah, that's true. You were in us the whole time. Anyone who has any capability of combat should get ready for that.
Oh, okay.
I knew Kung Fu.
Just in case we're jumped, these things like to attack in packs. If you see one of them, that means there are others you probably don't see. Coyote logic, we had a talk about that.
Right.
Bench.
Yeah.
I don't know if I asked what you can do.
Oh, well, I make a really mean sandwich.
God, it's
yeah.
fucking
hell yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Should we carb up?
Oh, gotta carb up. That's why I brought this picnic basket here. So I've got I've got like
Hell
a
yeah,
pastrami. I've got a ham and cheese. I got a vegetarian. Anybody not like the meat? No.
Yo, here.
Okay, well
Yeah,
we'll put that
here,
one
take it.
back.
No,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yo,
Yeah.
Bizard.
Oh, you want it? Sorry, I missed it. You were speaking so quietly at the back of the cavern there. I just have to plug in my hearing aid as well, which is what I need. And then what else do we got in here? We got a pepperoni sandwich, which is a delicacy.
I want pastrami.
Yeah, you want that one? Yeah, it's very good. It's got
No,
a
I
little.
want pastrami.
Oh, you want
Russian
pastrami?
dressing.
Okay, sorry. Yes.
Pastrami.
Pastrami. Okay, you get that one, and everybody else gets what they get, and they don't get upset. Is here you go.
Okay.
But I brought a knife.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Very
Yep.
good.
It is
Yeah.
a butter knife.
Well, that's good.
Do you have any other weapons?
No.
It's better than nothing.
You can sharpen it on a rock.
Yeah.
Here, take this. I pull out a dagger and I say it's a little bit sharper than a butter knife, but it works about the same. So take that at least, if you have nothing else.
Thank you.
I have a quarterstaff. I know Kung Fu, and I've taken Penance's Olive Tree's correspondence course on how to be a monster hunter.
Well, it sounds like you're ready to go then. Yeah.
The first thing that we're going to do is that you're going to bench. You're going to hold that knife. You're going to hold that dagger.
Great, love
and
it.
if anything comes close enough to you to eat you,
Yeah.
go for the eyes
Great.
or run.
Go for the
Whichever you
actual
think is most applicable for your skill set.
Love it. I'm here for it.
We're gonna start sneaking forward now,
Kevlar?
everyone. So.
Kevlar, what are your skill sets?
Well, I've got
Do you have anything on your
I've
person?
got this here hammer, and he like pulls his hammer off his back. It's a war hammer. I know what I'm doing with it.
Okay. Bizarre. What other than the power of dance and costume changes? How are you going to help?
It's like a sword dance, and I pull out a scimitar, and so a sword dance, and of course a little bit of the magics here and there. You can't overuse it, otherwise, it hurts. But the sword dance works out fairly well.
How does it hurt? Your feelings?
No, like physically. You see the gray spots in my eyes is kind of that, and a little trickle of blood out of the ear sometimes. Last time we fought these, I used so much magic I vomited blood when I got home. It was great. So yeah.
I'm trying to stare into your eyes like way too intensely.
So
Like I really want to I'm just trying to see the eyeballs. Are there still damage there?
oh, yeah, every little spell, just a little bit of the green goes away. So speaking of which, I'm going to cast Armor of the Weave on myself, and of course there's a little crest of Bernhardt Swan School on there because that's how you have to learn the spell.
It's their own copyrighted version.
It's their own copyrighted version.
There's a watermark on the
Exactly.
spell. Sorry, you only have a license for one Armor of the Weave. You can't teach it to anyone
Was this
else.
Adobe
yeah.
Creative? Come on.
Yeah, pay your subscription fee for your freaking spells.
Yeah. But no, I'm ready to go.
Should I continue to go first?
Yes, go for us. Again, stealth, quiet.
Okay. I stuff my earplugs back in and have my quarterstaff.
Perfect.
You want me to roll for stealth?
I will give you another stealth here. We've made it pretty far. Let's re-up that chance to be a little sneakier from this point. Although we've made a lot of noise to this point, so.
They're sandwich
We
eating.
stopped to have a picnic. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got.
You gotta carb up, bro.
It's what they brought me along for.
Right? You can't be encumbered by picnic basket weight.
No, we're gonna leave that. Well, maybe we could use it as a distraction. I'm gonna bring it with us and just see.
Smart. 13. Unnatural.
Got an unnatural 20 on stealth.
Maybe he should go first.
Beautiful. So everybody behind you is much quieter than you. Okay, you're going ahead, still with leash on. This corridor gets increasingly brighter the longer you go down it, but you walk down for 100 to 150 feet before you are able to see an opening, and it opens up into what you can see from a distance. I'm not going to place you right into this room yet, but it opens up from into this huge cavern, and inside of this cavern, you see a crack in the far side of the wall, and at least it appears to be where this light is coming from, and it's this shimmering luminescence that looks like no light source you've ever seen before.
I would like to roll investigation.
Okay.
On the crack.
Okay, what is it that you're looking for in the crack?
I want more specificity about the crack.
Okay. Yeah, give me an investigation roll.
It was 14.
14. Okay.
Like where? Yeah.
Yeah. So it is.
Everything.
Okay. Yeah. It is on. So you're standing, we'll say 15, 20 feet back from the opening, so that you're not directly in this room. But it is on the far wall, which is going to be another 50 feet beyond that, and it extends from the floor up above from where you can see, so you can assume that it's going to the ceiling, and it's almost like it's pouring out like a liquid.
Okay.
You can see the floor itself. It's not, there's nothing pooling there, so you can rule out the fact that it is liquid, but that's what the illusion that it's giving your eyes right now, is that there's something coming out from somewhere beyond that.
Can I see the ceiling of this room?
Not without getting closer to the entrance.
I would like to walk up to the entrance of this room and look around it, including up.
Okay. You proceed forward another 15 feet or so. What's your passive perception, actually?
12.
You're focused on the light, and then you're following it up to the ceiling. And as you approach the entrance, out the corner of your eye, you see not swift, but you see movement off and to your right, which gives you pause for a moment. And there's a scratching sound that you hear next. And it's almost like one of these creatures, much like a dog, like flops to the ground, and you hear this like rumbling thud. Do you poke your head around the corner, or does that give you pause to go back to your...
I would like to run at it and hit it with my stick.
I will say, if he starts running, I'm gonna pull back on the rope. I'm not gonna let the baby go too far off the leash here.
Are you holding at that 50-foot mark, Penance?
I am.
Okay,
yes.
so I'm gonna run, and with your Penance is gonna see me like grab my staff and like get ready to like run and strike, and I'm gonna run full force, and then I'm gonna be stopped by my leash that I forgot about and fall back into the hallway.
I think you maybe get 1, maybe 2 feet, and then you retract like Scooby-Doo style, like bounce back into the hallway there.
Oh boy, here we go again. I start reeling him back, and to everyone else, I'll start moving forward a little bit quicker and say, "It's go time, everyone!"
Dumbgeons and Dragons, Season 4, Episode 5, starring Tom Laird as Kavlaran Goldweave, Kyle Classett as Bizard the Wizard, with Russ Moore as your Dungeon Master, featuring special guests Cristina Van Epps as Penance Olivetree, and Ryan Keely as Bondon Cove. They join us from I Seduce the Dragon. Make sure you go find and listen to their adventures at istdpod.com. Dialogue editing and sound design by Russ Moore. This episode featured music from Epidemic Sound and Slipstream, and sound effects from Epidemic Sound, Boom Library, and Sound Ideas. Our amazing cover art and character designs are by Matt Garbutt. And a huge thank you to our supporting producers, Gabriel Lynch, Jessica Babiak, Kat Waterflame, Jacob Madden, Christian Brown, Ongeron Kiersen, Perry Mady, Old School Gamer D, Craig Zeiss, L.A. Branton, and Sarah Murphy. Are you enjoying the story so far? Well, we couldn't do it without you. In fact, we'd love for you to join us at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, where when you sign up for a 7-day free trial, you're going to get access to an entire other show. 2 of them to be exact. We've got The Adventures of and Cyberpunk Red. We hope to see you over there, patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, and maybe we'll see you in the community. We're over on Discord. You have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Dumbgeons and Dragons is a Dumb Dragons production.